Today I would like to make a cutlet. Cutlet, it is a very popular dish in my country. So most of the time it would be cooked and served either with the tomato sauce or with the grilled tomato. We put them in the sandwich sometimes, or we serve it over the rice. It's a variety of the use in it. The simple cutlet is made of ground beef, shredded potato, and onion, and salt, pepper, turmeric, and egg. But I made a change in my cutlet. I like it to make it on variety. The simple one was the one I mentioned, and that's the one everybody's making it. I like to do a little change in it. Right now I have half a pound of ground beef. I have 2 cups of grated or shredded potato. To be fast, I use the organic Trader Joe's hash brown. Make sure if you're using a hash brown bag instead of shredding a potato, get something it doesn't have any other ingredient than potato. Should be plain potato. Otherwise, just grate your potato for 2 cups. It's right here. This is something I add to it. This is 1/3 of the cup. It's not full, but it's about. You could go more or less. I'm gonna put them in as much I want, and I'm gonna mix it, and I see if I need more I would add more. For the half a pound of the ground beef, this size onion is good, so I'm gonna grate these or put them in the food processor. I'm gonna show it to you right now. And this is my addition to it, is a piece of the jalapeno pepper, and that is not in the original recipe. I'm gonna put this in with my onion to grate it. And in addition to my cutlet, which again is just my recipe, not necessarily anybody else do that, I add like a 4 stem of washed parsley, and I'm gonna add this to my food processor too with my onion and jalapeno. Normally the spice used in cutlet is salt, turmeric, and pepper. I like to add coriander seed, onion powder, a pinch of a smoked paprika, and garlic powder. I like to add those too. Or you could just go in the just a basic stuff, however you desire. And I break 2 eggs, 2 whole eggs in a separate cup, and make sure the egg is fine, and I'm gonna mix it here. Then I'm gonna add it to my mixture. If you notice, I didn't add all the carrots because I add the carrot for a little taste and a little look, and the carrot has this tendency remove that smell of the beef. That's why I really like it. And I do love to make my cutlet the way is the portion of the potato would be more than the ground beef. If you like it, you can switch it around. You could do more beef, less potato. I personally like more vegetable in my cutlet. Right here I have my parsley, onion, and piece of jalapeno, and I'm gonna grate it. I add my egg to this to mix it. It's much easier than mixing it with the hand. Now I'm gonna add it to my dry stuff. I find it easier After I chopped my onion with the parsley and jalapeno, add the egg in and pulse it couple times, so I don't have to dairy more dishes than I have to. So last dishes to wash is really good for me, especially by the time you're working. You really don't want to do so much. So I'm gonna start mixing it all with my spatula. And then I'm gonna go in with the clean hand. You see, it's a good thing I didn't put all of my shredded carrot because I like to have some color, but I don't want to make it sweet. You see this much of it left. It's like basically I used the 1/6 of the cup. It is very optional. You could use as much or as little or not use the carrot at all. It's not in the original recipe. This is just my recipe. Okay. Now I'm gonna mix it well. I warm up 4 tablespoons of canola oil. And this is my meat. You can wash your hand and make it wet, and you put a little cold water or room temperature water next to you to make a patty. When I fry something, I like to put the protection glasses in my eyes so the oil wouldn't splash in my eyes. And I'm gonna make my hand wet. First with the hand, I'm gonna mix it up to get a little sticky because that's how they're gonna stay together and it doesn't get separate. Okay, now I'm gonna make my hand wet. Grab a size of the grab the size of the plum. Look at that. It's the size of the plum, and I am going to make a patty out of it. Normally the patty look oval, but hey, if you want to be creative and make it a square or a round, who am I to say anything? This is how patty looks. This is my patty. Very slowly I'm gonna put them on the hot oil. Be careful, don't burn yourself. I put the heat on the medium high. Be very careful. Make sure you have some sort of the eye protection, like kitchen glasses, regular glasses, whatever, because those oil is splash around when you put the meat in it. This is a very good size patty. Normally I like to make it smaller. I'm gonna show you what other sizes I'm making. You make a ball. After making couple, you would know what size is good for you. Particularly after you fry couple, you would know what kind of techniques you like. This is very nice for a party. This is a very good way to you stretch the meat you have, since meat is pricey, and feed more people with it by adding potatoes. It serves in most of the Persian gathering and parties, or it's a great thing is for a picnic. And here I make something much smaller to you see, and I'm gonna put the small one right here too. If you think it didn't it has a gap. Just try to glue it back. It's not a big deal. That was a thinner and shorter one, and I'm gonna make one kind of like a round and a smaller. Whatever you do, especially if you're serving it in a party, try to do it all in one size. If it's for a cocktail time, if you make it a small size, people just can grab it as a bite-sized food. In my country, children really like this dish. This is a very popular dish. This is on medium-high. I'm just gonna wait to one side being fried, and then I'm gonna flip it. Okay, slowly but surely it's coming together. This is just a few minutes past, and look at that beautiful crust. Let's see this one. When it's ready, it separates itself because I had a good amount of vegetable oil in a pan. Let's try this one, see if this one ready. Yep. See how pretty it is? Okay, we're gonna wait to have a nice crust in other side. And it is on medium-low heat. A few minutes pass. I'm gonna check it. Look, it is fully cooked. It must be in medium-low so it wouldn't burn and it slowly brown out. After I finish cooking, I put them on the sheet, which has a paper sheet on it. Do you see the oil? It absorbs the extra oil. I'm gonna leave it there, and if I think it has more oil, I would remove this paper and I put the new one. Look how it absorbed the extra oil. And I'm gonna finish frying rest of it. Okay, I put my second batch in. You have to be just patient. Don't raise up the temperature because you want to rush it in to be cooked. You're definitely gonna burn it. So leave it in medium and just check the bottom once in a while. Yeah, one side is cooked fully. Smells so nice, looks beautiful. You could see that orange from the carrot, greens from the jalapeno and parsley, and this white stuff is potato. And now I'm gonna fry the other side of it. Look at my cutlet. Both sides looks really nice. It smells heavenly good. Already finished. I put them inside my tray, which has a paper in it. And do you see just this thing? Those are belong to the cutlet I already nibble on. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the next batch in. Alright, this is my last batch. Again, I add 2 to 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil in my pan. I wet my hand. I grab a little bowl, of the mixture, rounded up, made the patty. I make it normally in the oval shape. Don't make it too thick and don't make it too thin. This is and I'm putting them in the hot oil. And I'm making a patty, putting them on the hot oil. You don't need to stress on it. It meant to be rustic looking, but if you're making it for a particular occasion, you could make it very carefully round up, even size on every individual. Don't forget your eye protection. This recipe, it gives us 16 patties of this size. If you make it smaller, you could do more. Okay, after I remove all my cutlet off of the pan, this is the warm oil. I have a tomato sauce in the can. Have that, and I'm gonna add half of the can. Stir frying it, as I said, over this medium heat. To get rid of this rawness. Cutlet is always better to have some sort of the tomato sauce with it, regardless if you serving it over the rice or with the bread. It's very popular that way. 1 large tomato slice. If you like to, you could add a little sliced red pepper, or you could add some jalapeno, or you don't have to do any pepper at all. But this is a Turkish Red pepper, which I sliced. It's a half of the pepper, or you could try jalapeno. I'm gonna add some salt. My tomato sauce didn't have the salt. When you add in tomato sauce, you have to check, see how much salt it has. And I put some black pepper, and I'm gonna add 2 cups of the water, or less, whatever you want. I did 2 cups because I'm gonna add handful of the fried onion I have, which I always use Trader Joe's. If you don't use Trader Joe's, just fry the onion yourself, because the reason I'm using this, as I said in all my video, it doesn't have anything extra in it, so it doesn't change my food the way I'm not comfortable with. So it was like 1/3 of the cup fried onion. Gonna mix it, and I'm gonna put the lid on, and I'm gonna put them in medium high until it's thickened, and then before serve I will test it for a salt, pepper, and then I add some lemon juice to it. Okay, this tomato sauce is thickened and ready. See how nice it is? I'm gonna use this over my cutlet. Cutlet is very nice to be served with the rice, bread, salad, sandwich, or as it is. But in any occasion or however I serve it, I really like to have this tomato sauce with it. And let me show you my cutlet now. Look at this. Isn't that pretty or what? Well, my cutlet is ready. Look at my cutlet. Isn't that interesting? It's a very nice patties. I'm gonna grab one to show you. Look at that. Very, very nicely cooked. Okay, Shirazi salad, which I have a recipe for it in my YouTube channel. And this is the tomato sauce which I made for on top of it. It's gonna put over it. I have a sauce. I'm gonna put a little salad on top of it. Oh, by the way, I test the sauce before I put it in the sauce maker. It did not need any more salt, pepper, or even lemon juice. The tomato was tangy enough. Let's see. Look at that. Wow, it's very nice. You really should try it. Now, let's look at it close by with the sauce. And this is without the sauce. I can serve this cutlet over the plain rice, and this is the tomato sauce I made and a little salad. You could put them over the rice, you could put them in the sandwich, especially in the baguette bread. You can put it inside the sourdough baguette and put the mayonnaise, tomato, radish, lettuce, and a little onion. It makes a very nice sandwich to go for a picnic. Or you can serve it over the rice or a salad, however it's convenient for you.